Welcome back to Raiders franchise. As you can see, we are 1-2, but we do have the Broncos with a chance to get back to 500 before we play the Chiefs. Now, first things first is I'm going to come in, and we need to extend our left tackle, Colton Miller. If we can get it for less than $20 million on a 3-year deal, I think that would be the best case for us. If this would be to go through, this would be a huge first step of making sure this team is locked up for the future. The contract is accepted. Colton Miller is back for the long haul. Joe Milton has 1 year left on his deal. He will be a trade piece this offseason or this trade deadline. Devin White probably the same. I would like to give these guys, if I can just give you $7 million and know that I have a backup worthy tackle for like years to come, I'll take it. $3 million for a backup offensive lineman. Dog, I'm giving you a 7-year deal. No one else wants you. I can guarantee you that. $2.5 million, 7 years. Take it, bud. Alright. So, I'm fine with letting you guys go then. Leki Fotu, I'm not interested in. Braden Smith, not really interested. Andy Dalton, who is new to the squad. And you'll see why as we swung a trade and we had to sign Andy Dalton so we would have all of our quarterbacks. When you look at the defensive side of the ball, you might see a new face as we did acquire Asante Samuel, as I don't know why it's so dark in here, as we acquired Asante Samuel Jr. I'm going to put the trade up right here. The trade, we gave up Zach Wilson because they were looking for another quarterback, as I guess Tyler Shutt was kicked out of the door along with Derek Carr. They were both in the free agency pool, so I have no idea who the Saints quarterback is. And we also gave up DeCameron Richardson, who was never going to factor in as being a major corner for us. What it cost us was a 2028 second and a 2026 fourth. We were able to hold on to our 2 firsts and 2 seconds in this draft, and we still have another 4th round pick in this year's draft. Asante Samuel, now that I'm back, we are looking at contract structure. His contract is so team friendly. We're going to have a cost-controlled corner for many, many, many years to come. He will not hurt us in any facet. And not just to mention, he is a great player. So, looking at guys that we need to find their dev trait, we will hopefully find out about Andy Carter this week. And I'm assuming we will find out about Micah Walls sometime as well this week. I've made sure that he's going to play a little bit more. He's been fairly good for us. No mentor at the position. So we don't have to worry about bringing him back for another 4 years. So that's a while in this rebuild. But that will be something duly noted to make sure we have when we do need to re-sign him if we get to that point. But we have a bigger challenge to face than thinking about re-signing him. Is we have to face the Denver Broncos before we take on the Kansas City Chiefs. That trade decline was, I tried giving them a 7th instead of a 4th, and I just slowly had to keep going up. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to try and get any more value out of this. So that's what that is. I'm going to go do weekly strategy and be right back. Just to note, and I know that we are not into the game yet, he is a top 5 talent. I want to know all about Gio Cousins because I want our future DB room to be Gio, Asante Samuel, and Porter when Porter comes back. When Porter comes back, I want to make sure Eric Stokes never touches a field And then I want to be our backup corner as just depth to be Baker. Because Baker is a good corner. But seeing that he's already a decent size, Mississippi State. I'm trying to think of another good corner from there. But man coverage, that's probably going to be somewhere close to an 80 immediately out of the draft. And especially that he's a top 5 talent in this whole draft class. That could be huge. I'm basically full blow going out trying to find as much as I possibly can about this whole corner class. Because it's a fairly good corner class. Like, we got a couple in the West. One that's a first-round talent. We got, 2 that are first-round talents here. In the North, we got another one that's a first-round talent. And then the Southeast, we got 2 more. Or, sorry, 3 more, and one of them's Geo Cousins. So I want to learn as much as I possibly can. As you have A, awareness. Bradley Garrison, what do you look like? Okay, athlete, only A awareness that we know about. Normally, high awareness means you're a good player. So, add you to the favorites board. But aside for that, we have a press conference that I'm slightly scared to do. Because last time I did a press conference, I spoke what our team's plan was, and I got the whole team penalized for it. So, the next question, let's talk about how Mike Davis, how has he played up to this point? In your opinion, what has he done well so far this season? I feel like he hasn't gotten sacked a lot. Okay, so I didn't mess up. Who deserves credit for how he's played? Well, I want to say him, most importantly, but our receivers have done a great job getting open for him. I'm sure they'll appreciate that. So we did not misspeak. Receivers got a boost in XP for that. That's huge for us. Maybe they'll get an upgrade in the post game after we come back with a victory against this Broncos team. I can only pray. We only lost by literally a yard last time in the first game of the week, or first game of the year. We'll try and see if we can bounce back after the disappointing Chiefs game. A division rivalry for week 4. The young man, Mike Davis, is trying to follow in the footsteps of a former, highly regarded prospect in his own right, Bo Nix. Trying to follow in the footsteps of being a real contributor in the AFC. Can Mike Davis rise to the challenge, and after a disappointing loss where he was given the QB keeper with 3 seconds left to try and win the game, he fell short? Can we this time go ahead and make sure we don't lose by a yard? Looks like we will be getting the ball to start this game, as Mike Davis will get an early shot as we are in Allegiant Stadium. Actually, we will be sending it off, and we'll get to see Asante Samuel in his first look as CB1 in Las Vegas. A.J. Cole has sent it away. It will be returned by Duvernay, and we will not bring him down shy of the 30 as Isaiah Simmons goes backwards into a block. And I believe that's head coach Peter Gaffney is what I think they've made his name in Madden. Bo Nix, 5 touchdowns with 3 interceptions, 790 yards. Overall, good enough stats in these first couple games of the season. First look at Asante Samuel. You see him on the far side, as it's going to be a first play, run play, and Jordan Davis gets home with a 5-yard tackle for loss. Immediately coming through that offensive line. What a job by the big man. Asante Samuel is on the far side. He's on a deep zone play. It's a throw, quick out, and it's not held on to by Evan Ingram. A rare drop nowadays for Evan Ingram. He's been more sure-handed as he's gotten into this stage of his career. As Bo Nix is going to be brought down by Nolan Smith Jr. That's his third sack of the year, I do believe. And this Raiders defense is already looking significantly better than it did last week. A 3-and-out on the first drive as Green will get his first punt return shot, and our fullback Alexander will push the defender right into the running lane of Green. But here comes a young man in Mike Davis. He threw 2 picks last week. One of them was his fault. The other one was a batted ball in the end zone that was basically just a Hail Mary attempt when we were down 10 and we had no timeouts. It was a ball batted up into the air by Trey Tucker, and it was caught on the deflection. So, not a play that I would blame on Mike Davis. He has had some bad reads to start the year, but he's been overall fairly consistent for us as we're going to roll out and hit Zach Betch over the middle for a huge first play. Zach Betch has been reliable, as always, for us these past couple games. Last week, he only had 2 catches. He had plenty of targets, however, as we're going to roll out, trying to flip it. We were unable to flip it, and we will be absolutely destroyed by big number 15. This will be Genty's first shot. We're going to see if anybody decides to block Sanders today, as nobody does, but Sanders completely overruns the play. Looked like he was being sent on a blitz, and he was, and he had no time to react to the fact that Genty was actually running with that ball. We're going to put Lauderdale on a quick out route, and that's exactly where this ball is going. Lauderdale with a first down catch and eats a monster hit by, I believe that's the former 49ers Hufanga, a former Pro Bowl safety before injuries caught up to him. This Denver Broncos defense should be a lot of fun to watch next season, as it basically is just the entire 49ers defense from a year ago. But just all the guys that they had out for the season with major injuries are healthy. 2nd and 7 inside the red zone. We're just going to go to Lauderdale, who's got an insane ball. That is a insane decision with the ball. I just saw nobody was there. If that was any worse of a throw, that's probably getting ran back. But luckily it was a good throw and a good play overall. As we're going quickly to Ortega. Ortega has been a fun red zone target on the year. He's a 6'8" receiver with good speed. That's something you don't find every day. I am thinking I'm seeing a blitz here. Nope, 2 drop back. Genty's going to be a blocker for Mike Davis as he runs it in. He had 3 rushing touchdowns last week. He's got his 4th in 2 games. He has been a difference maker on the ground. The quick pass offense that this Raiders team runs, where it's quick running out, trying to sprint around and use our athleticism to our advantage, has made this passing attack way more lethal than it was last year. Even if we had a better target in terms of Jakobi Meyers, I'd say he's fairly happy being an Eagle right now, as this looks like it will most likely be a run play. It's a play-action pass, and they're going to throw it over the top to Mims, but he cannot reel it in. He had what could have been a touchdown on a botched coverage, and he just drops the ball. 2nd and 10, looking like a run play here again. It's a pass play, and they are completely out of sorts here early as Bo Nix throws it to no man's land. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Trent Simpson currently shading on the All-Pro tight end. The running back runs out, and he's going to get absolutely leveled by Baker. It's a gain of 6, but it's going to be another 3 and out for this Broncos offense. The offense is quickly sputtering here early as Green will try and return this one, and he will get just shy of the 30-yard line as Mike Davis is coming out looking to sling it some more. But before that, we will try to get to the ground game, or I might have just changed my mind. This looks like this is going to be a rather stacked box. So I'm going to roll out and hit Brock Bowers on a ridiculous ball. Mike Davis is cooking today. He's in his feels. Alexander is going to be told to lead the way. He's going to pick up Hufanga, but not quick enough is Ashton Jeanty to turn the corner. How many times have we ever said that? 10 carries for 69 yards. Just realizing we did not use him almost that entire second half of that game against the Chiefs. Maybe if we ran the ball a little bit more, the results would have been different, as Jeanty's going to cut a little bit to the outside to get some wiggle room to get the first down. And our offense has been pretty quick and efficient to start this game. I kind of want to try and stretch the field with Lauderdale and see what happens. As we got a blitz coming. Mike Davis is taking off again, and he's got another ridiculous first down run. We saw the pressure coming. They don't have someone fast enough to keep up with Mike Davis. I challenge them to keep a linebacker in QB spy and try and be ready for when he takes off, because they're not going to be ready. You can't be ready for what Mike Davis has been doing to defenses on the year. The only real option you have is to hope and pray. So I'm looking for both tight ends here. Or just quick check down to Jeanty. Get off to him. It's a gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Batch is not looking to be a reasonable option. I think my 2 options are Thornton over the middle, who's got the catch, and he's got the first down. We will have another yard to play with before we get the first down. First down is at the 11-yard line. We're going to give it to Jeanty, who's got a monster hole up the middle, and he's got a rushing touchdown. Ashton Jeanty with another rushing touchdown as he's calling signals with the ball. Oh, they're doing the Spider-Man bit. Who's got the touchdown? Well, it's all of us as the Raiders take a quick 14-0 lead. A.J. Cole sending this one off. It's going to be returned again by Duvernay. Duvernay's going to get an okay return to the 26 before Marnie Burney absolutely crushes him. And this Denver Broncos offense is sputtering out of the gates here early, as it's going to be 1st and 10. It's going to be a run play, and he eats the first couple hits. He's going to drag himself forward for almost a first down. 2nd and inches here as time is starting to dwindle on the first quarter. It's going to be a pass play for Bo Nix. It's a quick pass. Oh, and I completely just pick-played my own guy, as they got their first big play, as Sutton has a huge catch and run. I literally took out the only guy that could have gotten to Sutton. 1st and 10. It's going to be a quick pass play as it's thrown out of bounds. That cannot be in bounds. There is no shot that is in bounds. Are they going to say he has possession there? No chance. This is going to be brought back, right? This has to be brought back? Are you kidding me? I can't challenge that? What's the point of having a challenge then? There's no way he got both feet in bounds. Oh my God. 2nd and 6. Play action pass. Quick completion to Mims, as Wall was not quick enough to get there. We're going to come out and four corners defense. This looks like it could be a run play. as our run defense truly has been one of the better units in the league. As it's a quick pass out to Evan Ingram. He holds on to it for a 5-yard gain. And we're going to try and dial up some pressure here on this play. Sending a lot of guys after the quarterback. It's 2nd and 5. And coming open is Sutton. We're going to hit stick him. He's down at the 3. We just played off just enough for him to find a hole to get through. And this is most certainly going to be a run play this close to the goal line. It's not. It's a pass to Evan Ingram, and it's a touchdown. Evan Ingram got left wide open in the corner of the end zone on what was literally just a flat route. That's going to cut the lead to 7. It's 14-7 now, but we are getting the ball back here. Will Lutz sending this one back to the Raiders. It will be returnable for the speedster Thornton, who does have a nice grab here today, and he's going to get to the 29-yard line as he is shaken up. We're going to hope he's okay. He's gone to the bench. He's a bit emotional. Genty's checking on him during the injury timeout. I'm assuming Genty's came back onto the field, hopefully. Please. As Brock Bowers is going to be the initial read, I would love to send him over the middle, but I don't think that would work. We're going to throw this away. The zone's playing that beautifully. That was a beautiful play design. Muscle cramps. If we come out in a multiple wide receiver set, as we're going to see McAllister in his first reps as a Raider. Unsure of who this McAllister kid is as we're going quickly out to Lauderdale. Lauderdale with the first down. Makes a move to the inside. Gets absolutely rocked, but he's to midfield as the young man gets a monster play for us to keep the chains moving on 2nd down. We're going to run it up the middle with Genty, and he's sumo slammed down after a 1-yard gain by John Franklin Myers. I will give the Broncos credit. Their run defense against Genty on his career has been some of the best that we have faced. So we're going to run this to the outside. Genty gets around one man. Genty with a lot of space to go. Touchdown, Ashton Genty. A monster run by Genty. He can jance his little jig if he wants because it's 21-7 here early. Trey Tucker and Colton Miller joining in. The freshly inked contract of Colton Miller helped lead the way for that monster touchdown run for Genty. And that will probably be our thumbnail, because that's an actual great clip. And it's going to be 21-7, pending this extra point. Looks like I made it. It slowed down and I thought it was going to get blocked, but we made it. Up 21-7 here early. A.J. Cole sending this one back off to Devin Duvernay. He will return it from the 3-yard line. And he will get smothered at the 27-yard line. As Bo Nix coming out, he's 7 for 10, 71 yards and a touchdown. He was very much more efficient on that last drive. As this does look like it's a run play, as Tommy Eichenberg is checked into the game. The run play will result in a 1-yard gain. Nolan Smith able to drag the running back down. 2nd and 9. We come out in a zone coverage. It's going to be a run play, and we're going to be able to get out there. A little shove by Powers, the right tackle. It's going to get them a little bit more breathing room on that play, getting it closer to the first down yardage. It's going to be 3rd and 4. And he's going to be sacked by Nolan Smith Jr. again. His 2nd sack of the day, I believe. And that's another, I believe, 3 and out for this Raiders defense. We have played some great defense here today as Taylor picks up a beautiful block. Oh no, it's Buitt, sorry. As Ashton Genty has 8 carries for 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ashton Jeanty is poised to have a monster day. And we're playing a little bit of Travis Scott as we walk onto the field. We're going to pass on first down. Going quickly out to Jack Betch, who's got the catch and the first down. Outrunning the linebacker Sanders. It's hard to keep up with this offense. One of the quicker moving teams in football as we have athletes all around the field. The handoff to Jeanty as Sanders is going to meet him right at the line of scrimmage for a gain of nothing. Luckily not ruled as McAllister is still on the field. I would have loved to seen the rookie that we took in the late rounds as McAllister has his first possible NFL catch. It's a gain of 5. A name that when we do the season recap will probably be forgotten about having a reception. And we're sacked. I was running out to the outside, did not see Nick Benito coming after us, and we are going to have to punt this football away. We're going to try and angle it out of bounds. A.J. Cole to send this one off, and we will pin them just inside the... No, because he's actually going to catch it on the plus side of the 20-yard line. So we will be starting at the 21-yard line. A fairly good punt. And we're going to have man coverage on the running back, as it is going to be a run play. I completely blow it up by Nakobe Dean. I completely screwed that up. Luckily, Walls was able to get in there and make the tackle. It's going to be 2nd and 6. A minute left before the 2-minute warning, as it's a quick pass out to Evan Ingram. It's going to be 3rd and 1 now from the 30-yard line. This screams run play. This screams final play before the 2-minute warning. And I scream, I'm going to try and get there. We cannot. He eats the first hit. And he will get the first down yardage he needs. And that might be the 2-minute warning. We'll see. I doubt they snap it here again. And they will snap it. Trying to catch us lacking, and Nolan Smith Jr. has his 3rd sack of the first half. A 3-yard loss. A monster play. And Nolan Smith Jr. is turning out to be the greatest trade acquisition of all time. 2nd and 13, it will be a quick pass play to Mims. He gets a huge chunk of that back. And we're going to pass commit. It's a very similar play. Evan Ingram running wide open. Even more open is Devin Duvernay. We probably should have called a timeout, as they will now call a timeout. And getting themselves positioned into the defense that they want. We're going to come out and cover 4 corners. They have nobody in the backfield, so we will pass commit. And we're going to get home. This time it's Max Crosby with a sack. They will go no huddle. We will pass commit again. It's going to be a play action pass. They're throwing it over the middle, and it's knocked away by Walls. A great play by Walls. And it's now 3rd and 16. Let's see what they're telling us. We're going to run cover 6. We're going to pass commit. And we're going to use our Nakobe Dean here. 3rd and 16. They're going for it all. That's going to be out of bounds. And it's going to be 4th and 16. We will have all 3 timeouts. We get the ball to start the second half. There's a chance we could go up 21-0 or 21 points. As Green will get a chance to return this. He'll get it out just shy of the 20-yard line. We have 54 seconds to go to at least get a field goal. If not better, McAllister still on the field. Kind of interested to see what he can do. As Zach Betch is wide open. Oh my God, I didn't realize that I was still in a drop step. I saw him wide open, and that was almost a monster interception. That would have given them life right before half. I kind of like Brock Bowers here, I'm not going to lie. I think Brock Bowers cooks. Brock Bowers absolutely cooks. And he's got a monster gain. He's not going to be able to get free, but he's down to the 25. He makes up for that insane drop that he had at the end of the first half against the Broncos last year. As I don't know what this defense is looking for with Lauderdale, as we're just going to get that away before we're sacked. I thought they were going to play off Lauderdale a lot more than they ended up actually doing. I'm going to put Betch on a corner, and we're going to find out what he's trying to run. As we're going to the corner of the end zone, he does not come down with it. It's 3rd and 10. Abrams Drain plays good defense on that play. Zach Betch is being told to go. As we're going quickly, Ashton Jeanty, it's going to be 4th and 2. I kind of want to get this here. Like, I very much so desperately want to get this. If we're going to play that far off, I'm just going to run a speed out. As we're going quickly to Jack Betch, who's going to get out of bounds. We're at the 11-yard line. 26 seconds left. McAllister is the read here. Going quickly over the middle. McAllister is going to be just shy of the first down. It's now 3rd. It's 2nd and 2. We're 3 yards away from the end zone. Just a quick out by Betch. It's going to be a blitz. We're going to Ortega, who cannot hold on to the ball. It's going to be 3rd and 2 from the 3. As we're looking Bowers, we're looking Lauderdale. Bowers gets stuck. We're going to Lauderdale in the corner, who's got it. It's a 21-point game here with 10 seconds left in the quarter. We are putting it on the Denver Broncos. We just have to hold them for 10 more seconds. A.J. Cole sending it off to Devin Duvernay one more time. They have one more timeout to play with and 6 seconds remaining. And they are just going to kneel it to end the half. We will get the ball to start the second half, and we will see you for the start of the second half. Raiders are up 28-7. Mike Davis is balling, and so is Ashton Jeanty. You'll see a lot more Jeanty in the second half as we try and ice this game. Back for the start of the second half. Lutz sends it away. Thornton has checked back into the game as he will return the opening kickoff of the second half. He will only get out to the 23 before he is shaken up again. As Ashton Jeanty is coming out here to lead us. He's had some monster gains, including that 49-yard bomb that he had that completely blew the Broncos away. He outran the entire team to the outside, bouncing what was just a simple inside zone style of play into being a monster outside yard or outside run gain, as they have 91 total yards. The first play of the second quarter is going to none other than Ashton Jeanty, and he's going to get a gain of 4. He's almost to 90 yards on 10 touches. We're going to for sure try and burn clock, as I'm going to wait probably till at least 7 to snap it every time. We will give it to Jeanty right here, right now, and he will run it up the middle for only a gain of 1. As somebody is hurt, it's Ashton Jeanty, and that is not a good sign. He's limping back to the locker room. We hope it's not serious, as we're going out to Brock Bowers, who's got a monster catch, makes one man look silly. Mike Davis has 2 touchdowns, 16 for 22. He is looking unstoppable today. As our offense is just out athleticizing, as that's an absolutely disgusting move to leave drains going down a drain. Just spinning around looking like a top. Without Jeanty, it leaves us questioning what the diagnosis could be and where that will leave this offense. As we're going to go to Trey Tucker on this play. We also had Lauderdale open over the middle, but we're going to try and get Trey Tucker involved as it's a dislocated knee. I hope that's not serious. As we're going to give Zamir White a chance to run with this football. The give up the middle with Zamir will get us the first down. Just looked to see the recovery time for a dislocated knee. Well, in real life, it's 6 to 8 weeks. And if we're without Ashton Jeanty for 6 to 8 weeks, that could spell disaster for this organization. As we lose the Rookie of the Year last year to a major knee injury. The Broncos look to get a spoil of war from this win, claiming our best player's health. It will truly be the Mike Davis show moving on for the rest of this year. As Mike Davis is just going to roll out and get out of bounds. Down to the 30. As we're burning decent enough time off of this clock. I hate how Spacings looks. It's such a dumb play. 1st and 10, we're going to give it to Zamir White. He's going to try and run around blockers, and Baron Browning will bring him down after a gain of nothing. Or, sorry, Nick Bonito will bring him down after a gain of nothing. 2nd and 10. Dylan Laube to get the give. And he will get a gain of 7. Just left for a second to say goodnight to my mother as we try and say goodnight to the Denver Broncos organization. Splitting the season series 1-1 is the goal. Brock Bowers laying it all out on the line. Dives forward, trying to get into the end zone. He will be a yard shy after probably giving himself CTE. That is a ridiculous dive that he tried to make. I kind of want to see the replay of his just absolutely stupid dive. Please show it. As he goes flying into... oh, it just cuts away before it shows it. But he absolutely tries to kill himself as Dylan Laube is going to be given the ball at the 1-yard line. I believe that's his first NFL touchdown. Congrats to Dylan Laube. If it wasn't for losing Ashton Jeanty, he would not be getting a touchdown here. So congrats to Laube. Wish it could have come with better circumstances. But we're up 35-7 pending this extra point. Which last one got close to being blocked. This one is perfect. A.J. Cole sending this one away. And now that it's 35-7, the Denver Broncos have no choice but to try and continue to just pass the ball. So we kind of almost get a freebie pass commit on every single play. As Bo Nix has not been the issue, it's been the offensive line. Nolan Smith has gotten to him 3 times, and Max Crosby's gotten to him a single time. I don't know if anyone else has gotten home, but it's been a living hell for the young quarterback. We will pass commit here on the first play of the drive. Of course, it's going to end up being a run play, but we snuff it out. It's only a gain of 3. We're We're going to go back to pass committing here on 2nd and 7. Throwing it over the middle to the tight end, as he's going to pick up decent enough yardage. We need to dial up those blitzes again that kept getting home before half. We'll come out to one of our favorite defensive plays. It's worked very good for us on the year, as it's a quick pass out. Sutton is going to hold on to the slant, fitting it through a tight window is Bo Nix, and we're going to send Isaiah Simmons here on a hard blitz. 1st and 10. It's going to be a give up the middle. And Nakobe Dean gets absolutely rocked. As now Trent Simpson is hurt, and he's going back to the locker room. Not like this. You cannot tell us that we're going to be up 35-7 and we're going to lose our best offensive player and our second best defensive player. This is a quick pass out to the tight end. I need to start pulling our best players. I'm sensing that now. With the Trent Simpson injury, that has scared me enough to put Tyree Wilson in for Max Crosby. So his day is done. It's a quick pass that Devin Duvernay eats a hit of Jeremy Chin to get the first down into the red zone. It's an abdominal tear. And just like that, we will be without one of our best players for a significant stretch of time. We can't even win without getting good graces. Oh my God. Even when we win, it's a heartbreak. It's Tommy Eichenberg, I guess, is going to get credit for that. This has 10 calls, and every single time it's been a net loss. I need to keep using that until it's not a net loss every time. Oh my goodness! Nolan Smith, you had a walk-in touchdown! As I'm going to call that play up. As it continues to... It has a negative yards almost every single time. It's going to be a quick blitz, and we're going to bring him down before he gets to the first down. And that's going to hold him to a field goal. It's going to be 10-35. Pending this field goal try, which is good. I don't know how many more chances our best players are going to get in this game. Now that it's literally a 25-point game and we just lost 2 of our best guys. Will Lutz is going to send this one away to Green. The return is going to be to the 24-yard line. And Ashton Genty's coming back out? What? I mean, that would make me ecstatic. Yeah, no, he's not coming back out. We're going to see what exactly they're ready for with a play action fake. Zach Betch could be wide ass open. He will not be able to come down with it. It's off his fingertips. The fingertips catch was no good. Put me on a quick second. Put Michael Mayer on a drag. We're going quickly to Michael Mayer, who gets absolutely rocked and cannot hold on to the ball. It's going to be 3rd and 10. I'm looking at Betch. I'm looking at Lauderdale quickly if this is a zone. As we're just going to take off with Mike Davis. Mike Davis get the first down. He will. Just shy of the 40-yard line. And this is going to be the offensive starter's last drive of the day. I'm not going to risk having another key piece get injured in this game. We've already had 2, which is already too many. How many times can I say 2 challenge? As we're throwing this heave up, it's going to be knocked away and incomplete. As the DB played that fairly well. We're going to put Lauderdale on a corner route. We're going to find out what Lauderdale is made of. Lauderdale, huge catch. Getting out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That's a monster play. Lauderdale is turning into a true elite receiver in front of our very eyes. We're going quickly out to Brock Bowers, who's got another catch, which will end the third quarter as he's shaken up. Hopefully he's okay now. And we're going to go ahead and pull starters. Checking in for the fourth quarter is quarterback Joe Milton. Lauderdale is still in the game, and that scares me just a bit. I'll make sure he is out. I go ahead and change the slot receiver settings as Joe Milton gets absolutely rocked on that play. It's a 3 tight end set with DJ Glaze playing TE3. We're going to go quickly to Ortega. He's going to hold on to this one, get a stiff arm, and go out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Coming in now for his first reps in the NFL is Dakota Bender, the 6th-round running back, as we're going to try and give it to Zamir White, who's going to end up being brought down for a tackle for loss. McAllister and Bender both into the game here. McAllister is going to run a quick slant, and we're just going to take off with Joe Milton. Get out of bounds after a 3-yard gain. I'm going to admit right now, I did not intend or mean to, or even realize that I was running out of bounds. We're going to go to Dakota Bender, who on his first NFL reception has a gain of 4 yards. We're going to settle for the field goal to make it a 28-point ball game, as I was afraid that field goal was about to get shanked. A.J. Cole sending this one off. It will be returned by Duvernay as we have all of our extras out of this game. Or all of our starters out of this game. It's all the extra crew. We're going to see what the extra crew can do. A lot of guys playing unfamiliar positions. I don't know who the frick to be on. As Bo Nix is going to be brought down. Isaiah Simmons with the sack this time. We're going to call the pinch blitz. We're going to pass commit 2nd and 19. We're going to send the house after him. Tommy Eichenberg pushes him out after an 11-yard gain. 3rd and 8. We're going to pass commit. They're sending a whole lot of pressure. And of course, Eric Stokes is getting cooked by Marvin Mims. What else is new? We're going to send pressure here again and try and get home. 1st and 10. Blitz coming. And another sack. This time by Walls. I understand we're running the same cheese play. I don't necessarily care. This is fun for me. If this isn't fun for you, I'm sorry you don't like cheese football. I'm finding a play that is making it so they physically can't stop us, as that's going to be held on to by, on a career, very, very sneaky good career for Sutton. Does not get talked about enough as being a true touchdown magnet, as we're going to come flying right through the line, and Marvin Mims is absolutely eating against Eric Stokes here. We're going to pass commit again. Try and get more pressure. It's going to be a quick pass. And we've used this play into the dirt. They've figured it out as they are inside the red zone now. We're going to dial up a zone play. First time we haven't blitzed here in a hot minute. We will pass commit. Actually, this is still a blitz, as it's going to be a run play. Tommy Eichenberg just got absolutely thrown to the ground. That is not something an Ohio State prospect like himself would actually let happen. But I'll let it slide now as we have a defensive tackle in there. That's number 65. That can physically not happen, as that's going to be a touchdown for Devin Duvernay. Devin Duvernay with the jet sweep. And that cuts the lead to 38-17. You're clawing back in, Denver. I applaud your attempt at a comeback. We have 4 more minutes to burn off as they are going to try and pass commit, and Zach Betch is in on this play. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Zach Betch is going to be the one to come down with that. At a point, I think I would almost rather him give it up than take the hit. As it's 38-17, we're going to give it to Zamir White, who's going to get a decent enough gain of 5. I don't know. Maybe Genty's a system back. Is Genty a system back? Question mark. We're going to send Michael Mayer over in a quick motion. Alexander's going to give up a nice block, and we just coughed up the football. This is why Zamir White doesn't get the play. Cannot challenge that play either. Must have been crystal clear, as I don't even get really a chance to look at it. What's the point of having the challenge button yet again if I don't get to use it? And we are going to sack him for a huge loss. Brought down by that 65. That's the speedster defensive tackle as Bo Nix is shaken up on the play. There's no reason to bring Bo Nix back into this game. You're down 38-17. Cooper Rush is now into the game. We are pass committing on every play from here on out. It's going to be a check down that gets thrown off the head of their left guard. We are going to pass commit here again. We're actually going to give... I was unable to give cushion, and we're going to bring him down again. The 8th sack for the Raiders on the day. We will pass commit, and we are going to try and give cushion. We did not end up giving cushion. It's going to be a deep ball. Walls able to knock it away, and we are now 10 more yards away from another score. We will be giving it in the hands of Zamir White as there's only 2:57 to go. On the first play, Zamir White has a rushing touchdown. It's 44-17 pending the extra point, which is good, as Davis actually got the hold for that one. One play, a 10-yard rushing touchdown. That's efficient. I wish I could still onside, because I at this point I would just cheese. Although we want to make our stats on the year look significantly better, and with a game like this it will. As Duvernay will only be able to return it to the 24-yard line, and it's going to be Cooper Rush and Esme coming onto the field. That's a dynamic duo you didn't know you needed in your life. 1st and 10. Going over the middle of the field. It's caught by Marvin Mims. Are you kidding me? There's no way he kept both feet in bounds, though. There's no way. Can I look at that? He did not step out. That's insane. It was such a bad ball. It was a perfect ball. As we're going to be on Harper, as this will be the final play before the 2-minute warning, most likely. So it's caught over the middle. It's going to be the 2-minute warning when we come back. 2-minute warning here in Allegiant Stadium. This game has long been decided, as the game is going to lag out a little bit. We're going to go to concepts and a man blitz. And I guess not. We're going to dial it into a zone. We're going to pass commit here. 2 minutes to play in this absolute blowout game. It's a screen pass, and he had no time to even get the screen going. We're going to come out in a blitz. And where's that blitz that was like insane for us? Where's that at? It's probably going to be all the way down at the ball. Free safety blitz. We don't have much time. We're going to pass commit. And this isn't even the play. I'm so confused. This isn't even the play, as that's going to be caught over the middle. It's going to be a touchdown. All that does is stat pat for them. They physically cannot win this game. Cooper Rush gets a touchdown, as Cooper Rush is apparently now the greatest quarterback of all time. It is still a blowout. It is still a monster win for us. And we're coming back on Hans' team. Will Lutz to kick it off. It will be scooped up by Bender. No. Thornton will one-hand grab it. And he'll just go out of bounds. As I was supposed to get that ball and I completely missed it. There's a minute 25 left. I'm going to try and get a first down. If they start calling timeouts, then literally just shame on them for trying to prolong this. As I might just be kneeling the football from here on out. And just like that, the final seconds are going to tick away. And what was a dominating win that did not come without injuries. Two of our best players fell in this game. But we will be able to walk away with a 45, as we show number 45 right there. Bo Nix was banged up in this game as well. Looked like a shoulder injury, as Joe Milton got to ice the game away late. Looking at some highlights, Mike Davis doing his thing, outrunning players to the end zone. He did get sacked a couple times, as that was a wide open monster ball, as that was a insane catch by Brock Bowers right before the half. Getting multiple sacks was that Richmond kid. Ashton Jeanty with the monster 49-yard rushing touchdown. We played some great football. Mike Davis 20 for 29, a touchdown, 281 yards. Bo Nix almost an identical stat line in terms of completion percentage. One touchdown, a little less yards on two less attempts. Cooper Rush came out through a touchdown, and Joe Milton kind of just existed. Running the football, Ashton Jeanty was elite on his 11 touches that he did get. Audric Esteman was whatever. Zamir White had a fumble. Mike Davis was Mike Davising around the field. In terms of receiving, Brock Bowers had himself another great game. Alex Lordale had a couple huge catches. So did Jack Betch. Ortega had a couple nice catches, the speedster. McAllister had his first two catches as a Raider. Ashton Jeanty had 2 catches for 10 yards. Trey Tucker had a reception. Dante Thorman had a reception. Michael Mayer had a drop, but I don't really blame him. He got destroyed. And then Dakota Bender with his first NFL catch. Defensively, as we take a look at just the Raiders, Nolan Smith had 3 sacks. Leki Fotu had a sack. Justin Redmond had a sack. Max Crosby had a sack. Michael Walls had a sack. Tyree Wilson and Isaiah Simmons split a sack. We did not get a interception or a fumble recovery. These tackles for loss, there's so many. And Jordan Davis, first play of the game, set the tone with a 5-yard loss. We really, really showed up today. I'll see you for the post game to find out how long we will be without Trenton Simmons and Ashton Jeanty. So into the post game, we have to look at the 2 injuries. Ashton Jeanty will be out 3 games. Trenton Simpson will be out 4. We'll be getting Darren Porter and Jeanty back the same week. Dislocated knee sucks, and the abdominal tear will be 4 weeks without some of our best players. I'm kind of interested to see what injuries all around the league are looking like, as it looks like the depth of the Ravens is being tested. Saints only 1 player. Nobody for the Seahawks. Congratulations. Pat Freiermuth is going to be coming back after an injury. Jalen Smith is going to be coming back. Titans have no one. Congratulations. Vikings have a couple guys. Doesn't seem any are season ending. Bengals AC sprain for Geno Stone. Quad tear. So Bernard's just going to be coming back. Broncos, Jahdae Barron, knee cartilage. That's why he was out. A torn labrum for Jalen McLaughlin, and Nick Chubb with a dislocated ankle. Their running back room has been decimated with injuries over the past couple years. Buccaneers, nothing crazy. Nothing insanely major injuries. Josh Simmons out. Broken finger for Michael Pittman. Noah Brown, dislocated ankle is 7 weeks, at least. Turf toe, nothing major. No players for the Dolphins, congratulations. Saquon Barkley and A.J. Brown missed the last game for the Eagles. That's a tough break, as dislocated elbow for Bijan Robinson. Juan Ramirez, nothing major. Bobby Okereke and Wan'Dale Robinson were out last week. Broken hand for Travis Etienne. That's a huge loss. Lazard and Gibson out. Lions, congratulations. No injuries. Nate Hobbs out 1 week. Raiders legend. No players for the Panthers. Congrats. No players for the Patriots. We're without 3 of our best players. All under the age of 25. Which is crazy. I guess if there is a silver lining to anything, we unlocked an extra focus player spot for Jack Betch. So I guess that's cool. I guess. Still need 60 more to get the last 2. As our team stats, it's so much green and then so much red. We've had 6 turnovers to none forced. Really? That's incredible. That needs to change. So next week, we will be hosting the 4-0 Kansas City Chiefs without 2 of our best players out for those games. That's going to be, as I'm looking at the things, a season-ending injury for the projected number 1 overall pick. I didn't know that was a thing. Matthew McIntry is going to be out for the rest of the season for USC, as I didn't know that was possible. As I probably might want to look at these top stories a little bit. There might be something interesting, as I don't know how Nolan Smith did not end up with AFC Defensive Player of the Week after that performance. Okay, I can understand a little bit more why, as Roquan Smith had 8 tackles, a forced fumble, and 2 recovered. That isn't half bad, as, oh my goodness, C.J. Mosley had himself a day. 12 tackles, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 forced, and 1 interception. That's insane. So we're going to have to try and stop Patrick Mahomes, who's coming off a pretty nice day, as Michael Penix has really turned into a nice quarterback. But with that, that is all I have for what was a dominating win against the Broncos. Hopefully our defense, which is very much battle-torn from that last game, can get some help from within. We'll be seeing a lot more of Tommy Eichenberg over these next couple weeks as we try and get a huge monster victory over the Chiefs. Thank you so much for watching. My name was Andrew Carr, Carr Sports, and I will see you next time when we face the Chiefs.